I have a little introduction video here, thinking that it might be helpful for those of you who like some instruction or are visual like myself. So I'm quickly going to show you how this course is structured. It's very similar to other online courses if you have taken other online courses before, but there are some basic elements or specific elements to this course that I'd like to go over. So when you enter the course, when you're in academics and click on the course, you will see different pages listed on the left-hand side of the course, but you're kind of landing on the welcome and the syllabus page. Now, definitely this is a great page to start with. It starts with the course, the name of the course, the schedule of the course, when does it start and when does it end, the course credit information, delivery model, which is online, my email address and Zoom meeting address. This is an office link that I try to use. There are some times that I am online in this address that you see here. So if you click on that, you may be joining me in a different meeting if we haven't had an appointment. So it's great if we do have an appointment ahead of time, just to make sure that you're not interrupting a different appointment. But this is a link that we will be using when we schedule an appointment to meet. There are some more information about your course, the description of the course based on the website and the course textbook that we're going to use. We do use this book, the Socio-Linguistic and Language Education, but we're not limited to this required book. I will be sharing different articles with you, and you will be finding some articles, and we'll be sharing during the semester. So there will be other assigned readings as we move on. You want to make sure that you're using the online APA resources for how to find the APA formatting or how to write APA citations. It's good to use this website. It's the OWL Purdue, but you're not limited to that. You can definitely use other APA resources that you know, or the library or Pathway, Writing Center, the Warsaw, if you need other help with that or additional help. I'm also happy to help individuals if you have specific question about APA citations. But this is gonna give you a great start to the APA citations that you need to know for this class. The course objectives are listed here. They are also listed in your syllabus, but I do like to include those, and I try to refer to these objectives as we get to different modules. There's a little introduction about me. It's great if you take a look at this, and the video that you probably are watching right now, this is the video. And there's also the calendar of the course or schedule of the course. This is the big picture. Most of the time I make sure that the schedule is set to go and there's not big changes or any changes happening during the semester. So it's great if you like to print this so that you know what are some of the assignments that are due. Now, one great thing to know about this kind of schedule, the way that I have designed this, is you will see that the weekly, the day of the week, and then you will see what is recommended to get started, what is the assignment that we recommend that you start, and then the assignment that is due. When there is something due that you need to submit to me, I have it bold and underlined, and I have the time that is due. When something is not, like, there are some things that you don't need to submit something to me. For example, watching the orientation video, you're not submitting something to me, but I would hope that you watch that the first day of the class. So that's why you will see that this is due on June 3rd. which is the Monday, the first day of the class. It's okay if you started earlier, but make sure that you are meeting these due dates. The reason I have the column when to start the assignment or suggested dates is there are some assignments that take you a whole week or 2 weeks of the class to complete. So if you try to follow these guidelines, it's going to help you to stay on track and making sure that you have enough time to complete an assignment for the course. The next page is a start here, which again, you will find some basic introduction that you need to be doing. So some basic skills that you need to have for this class, getting started directions, checking in on bios, and my bio if you like to read. In the checking in, you just need to copy paste this, read it, make sure that you have done what it says. So basically you have read the syllabus, and also explore the classroom site, explore some of these pages, and just make sure that you have read those, and then sign your own name instead of my name and the date, and just post a reply to this. On the week 1, you will see the objectives. This is just for your information. I try to break down the objectives as they're listed in the syllabus based on the topics that we're covering in that week, and then the tasks that you need to do. This task part is something that I try to do in a way that is kind of like a checklist, so you can make sure that you check everything as you complete them. Again, I have the video for you on how to complete this first week of the class. There's a lot of the introduction part that is in there. There is one article that you need to be reading, which is an additional reading beside your book. When you click on that, it will let you open that PDF, and then you'll be able to read that article. This is one of the requirements as you are reading, as you're preparing to work on the week 1 discussion. There is also, you need to start reading the Language and Ideology, chapter 1 and 2 of the Sociolinguistic and Language Education book. I have a link to the personal introduction and week 1 discussion. When you click on the personal introduction, you just have to make sure that you're adding a post and including your answer to the questions that I have there for you. I do like to encourage you to answer these questions because it's going to help us get to know you better, and it's going to help me include more information in case, for example, some of you have not learned a different language, or if you have, to make sure that I'm addressing something that is relevant to your experience. So this introduction is going to be helpful. Make sure that you're using these questions, but definitely feel free to add more than what I have included here. The week 2 and the weeks after that are more focused on the content of the book and some of the resources that we're reading online. Every week, I'm sending you an email on Monday morning at 8 a.m. With this task, just as a reminder, the tasks that you can have as a checklist. And I do have a lecture that is relevant to 1 or 2 of your assignments here, and I do have an online handout here, but I also send you the weekly lectures in that email. So it's very important to read and watch that email very carefully, watch the lecture that I sent to you, because that includes my lecture going over the handout that I have for you and additional information about the reading that is assigned to you during that week. I'm not including everything that you have read, but I try to include most of the important information that we are reading in each chapter, and some of the areas that I like to emphasize and make sure that you're paying enough attention to. So definitely make sure that you're watching the weekly lectures that are released to you on Mondays of every week through the email. There is a bibliography template here, but you can also see that I have an instruction on how to use it on that weekly announcement that I send in an email. I tell you what you'll be doing again, and these are all listed here. So everything that you need to do, you'll be able to find under week 2, and there will be a link to the assignment submissions or what you need to do. For example, for week 2, there is a template that you will need to use to complete one of the assignments for that week. So that's pretty much how the course is laid out. Feel free to let me know if you have other questions. There are some very good resources here that I want to make sure that you are accessing. As you see in the welcome and syllabus, like there are all the information in the syllabus listed somewhat organized here, but I do want to encourage you to also take a look at the syllabus that is here, because this is a very general, more detailed syllabus of the course that you can access. There are so many information there that anytime that you forget something, you can go back and take a look at. And we do have a syllabus quiz on the first week of the class, so make sure that you're paying attention to what's in the syllabus and answering that quiz. There is a DQ guidelines and rubric page, and I'm gonna click on that. I do have all these rubrics also listed under the syllabus and the major assignments listed under the syllabus, as I also send a reminder that which one we're using on each week on weekly emails. But you can, anytime that you're looking for a rubric or guideline for an assignment, definitely feel free to click on this and just access the rubric right away. There is student support and help. This includes information not only about the pathway or tech support like IT services that are available to you, but the Vorcel, Writing Center, Vogel Library. You definitely need to learn how to use these resources for the research assignments. The registrar office, if there is any problem with your registration that you need to reach out to. Student Life, bookstore. So there are a lot of good resources. There's also some useful technologies that we're using in different, depending on which course, which online course you are in, we might be using. I have links to YouTube videos, and I have direct link to those, so you don't have to follow any specific page. But this is a good, like YouTube is a good place to upload if you have a presentation for the class. So there are some information there. There are other assistive technologies in case you like to use some of those, but there's not too much information here possibly, but if there is any of these that you like to use that to assist you in this class or other assistive technology, I'm also happy to work with you, and we can also work with the pathways if there are other resources that you would like to use or other technology that would assist you in having a better experience in this class. You need to read this because it's helpful to, you know, sometimes when working with Word or some technology, sometimes it's helpful to know those, how to do that. And there's some information that you can definitely find in this class, but we didn't overcrowd the class with too much information, just in case. But definitely reach out if there are some questions that you have. So as you see, there are more information. There is an information about online communication and online course etiquette guide, which is very important because in the online courses we have some online discussions, and it's very important what language you use or being aware of what are the requirements. So definitely make sure that you're looking at the online course etiquette guide and online communication expectations. I also have that in the syllabus listed, but as you see, I have repeated some of this information in different pages just because it feels like that they are very important information, and it sometimes doesn't hurt to review something for a second time. Then there is a research and writing tool. This is again another good page that you can use. For example, for your research, you can use the Warcell, and we have Warcell now. They're using Zoom, so you can schedule appointments with a writing center specialist to meet with you to help you with your grammar or APA citation or other requirements depending on the assignment that you have. We do use the Turnitin, and I have the class ID and password also listed in your syllabus. And this is pretty much this page. You are able to see the class members and email them. And the syllabus, I was not able to open this right here, but I'm going to open that quickly. The syllabus includes a lot of detail, so I definitely encourage you to take a close look at this. Now, you'll see that it's 17 page, but you don't have to worry about like reading the details of the rubrics at this point, because some of these assignments are not due until the last week of the class. I just felt like it's helpful to have those rubrics all in one place, so that's why you will see this in your syllabus. There are a lot of good information in the syllabus that I do want you to take a look at. Some of those that maybe I haven't already talked about is the course expectations. So the course requirement and expectations, I have all the expectations that I have listed here. So your participation, how it's gonna be evaluated and graded, the typed assignment, the late work, research project, presentation, communication with the instructor, how long is the wait time that you may expect from me, and what I expect from you when I email you, or also when the assignments are due. You also can expect timely feedback. I have listed 5 to 7 days. This is the maximum time, but a lot of time I try to get back to you on the assignment very quickly during a short semester, like a 6-week semester. There is a course honor code or plagiarism policy, which is very important. The dispositions are very important for the education major student. The assignment breakdown to the points are here, and the major assignments that you have for this semester are listed, and how your grade is broken down for letter grade. Like I said, the information for Turnitin, class code, and the password is listed here, so you can find that. If you need help, I definitely help individually as we move on the different assignments. But I do have assignment description and submission requirements for every week. So make sure that you are following the email that you get every Monday from me. And I look forward to working with you. Thank you.